Happy Monday. It's April the 9th. It's just past 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's Marvelous Monday once again. Kids are finished their spring breaks, all heading back to school. A lot of us returning to work, and a lot of us coming off the vacation of springtime. So it's kind of unique this particular second week of April. And I was sitting here going, what deck should we use? And I do want to let you know, I realized after it was done on Saturday that I did not pull from the second deck as I was guided to, and I hit, finish before it was finished. So the second deck was actually used on Facebook, and two cards did come up. So if you're wondering, yes, I did realize it. And yes, the card actually ended up on my Facebook page, House of Angel Card Readings. I'm going to talk about it again because Saturday was an amazing morning with the energy healing that was done. And last night I received a beautiful email for one of the ladies that we helped during the energy healing. And I've posted that on my Energy Healing with Monica Facebook page, House of Angel Card Readings Facebook page, my personal page, and several groups because the message was so beautiful that I was compelled to share it, and it is part of the reason why I do what I do. So if you get a chance, check it out. It was a beautiful, wonderful affirmation that this is part of my life purpose, is to do these energy healings. It doesn't help everyone, but for those it does, whether it's temporary or permanent, the relief of pain caused by illness or injury, it's just such an amazing blessing. So with that in mind, I said, okay, Lord, what deck are we going to be using here today on this marvelous Monday? And it's Power Week. So we're going to be using Archangel Power Tarot, created by Dorian Virtue and Radley Valentine. And of course, all of my decks are published by Hay House. And I have to tell you that for the last hour or so, I keep getting this mediumship pull. And yes, we did that on Friday and it turned out amazing. But I'm getting this pull again to do it because I keep having this vision of Hawaii. Now, I had that on Friday, and we had a good match, but that was more towards Lahaina and Maui and that area for the whale watching and, the dolphins and swimming with the dolphins when you're in Hawaii. But this is different this morning. This is like World War II Pearl Harbor. This is really how it's feeling. I keep seeing the ships being bombed by the Japanese, and I keep feeling, I can't tell if it's someone that was on one of the ships, or if they were in the Navy, or if they were one of the pilots that tried to get airborne and couldn't. It's one of those feelings, but I will tell you, he was highly decorated because of his efforts, and I don't know if I need to pursue that or not. So if this is ringing a bell with you, and I post it everywhere, let me know, because I'm really getting this, Monica, you got to do it again to find the message that's necessary. It's very unusual. It's like it's for his daughter, but we'll figure that out here in a minute. So they told me to stop shuffling, and yes, I have put this into prayer, and it is always for the greater good and to serve the higher self, and that it's empowering, uplifting, pleasurable, to bring you joy, to bring you clarity, to bring you maybe a different perspective. Woo, really, both of those? They just slid right out of the deck. That's what these messages are for. They're not about doom and gloom and the possibilities of what might happen. Both. Okay, those two. This is going to be an interesting reading this morning, the way the cards are falling. Okay. But they're to be uplifting, they're to be empowering, they're to give you that, this one. No. Yes. Wow. That one. Again, two. Okay. They're coming out in chunks. It's why I'm hesitating here. This is going to be a long read, so I'm going to get right to it. And in that order. Okay. Bear with me, I have to put it in order, I've been told. And like that. Really. Make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's an 8-card read. Woo! Let's get to it. First one. First one's one of my favorite cards, so not terribly surprising that this is coming up. And it is the 8 of Ariel. Sorry, no, it's not. It's the 10 of Ariel. I was thinking 8s for abundance. So the 10 of Ariel tells you, you know, we really do have so much to be grateful for. I'm hearing that again. Including those who fought and gave their life to protect us in the wars, and that we should honor and respect our military, our police, our EMTs, those who put themselves in harm's way to protect us, but also the roof over our head, the fact that we have work to do, the fact that we have a life purpose, the fact that we have each other, the fact that there really is so much to be grateful for. If you're watching this, it means you have a device to watch it on. And it's either powered by battery or electricity. And this too is a blessing. Your financials are going to be okay. Your futures are going to be okay. When you're ready to retire, your retirement is going to be okay. You need to celebrate the time now and not worry about the future. And in celebrating the now, you also celebrate your family, whether it's your children or your grandchildren, your siblings, your parents, if they're still alive. This is a time to celebrate life and the family life that can be yours when you put yourself at peace with the knowledge that you're going to be okay. Next card. Haven't seen this one in a while. We've got a 10 of Ariel, now we have a 10 of Gabriel. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten the load. You don't have to carry this load out by yourself. And when helpful people show up and say, hi, do you need some help? Don't be stubborn. Don't say no. Say yes, please. And then when it lightens your load, then that's also going to give you the strength to help someone else in the future. You've been working too many hours. You've been trying to please everybody else but yourself. And you know what? You really do need sometimes to put yourself first. If you don't take care of you, who will? It's okay to ask for help, and it's also okay to receive it. And in that receiving, it's also okay to give it. Next card. Wow. Major Arcana. And it's the Sun. Just like the first card, life is wonderful. There's so much to be grateful for. It's time we stop and think current. And don't let your thoughts dwell on what happened in the past and all the mistakes you might have made or didn't make, or the forgiveness that was given or not given. Whatever it is in the past that's holding you back, let it go, learn from it, evolve, grow, and come to the present. Get on your horse and ride. I said that about a week ago, I think. You need to remain as positive as possible. Negative thoughts can come. We all get them, trust me, right there. But we can't dwell on them. We can't wallow in the negative. It's like sinking in quagmire. It's time to pull yourself up, grab hold of some of the grass, and get on dry land. And then charge forward. Next card. If what's working for you now isn't working, how's that for a double negative almost? If what you're doing now isn't working for you, maybe you want to take a look at maybe some other options. It really is okay. You don't need to sit and contemplate on every little detail. If you kind of release your worries and your fears to God and give it up, if you will, then things start to have a different perspective, a different point of view. You might want to take a look at what's going on and kind of go, what can I do to change to make it better? This is a time to be aware of the emotions that you have. Are you wallowing in self-pity? Are you wallowing in negativity? Or are you uplifting yourself and thus lifting up your family and everyone else around you? Be aware of your emotions. You know, when those things start, when they start flooding in, whoop, put a stop to it. Thank you very much. God and I have got this. Let it go. Archangel Raphael is our healing angel. He's our angel of love and love for ourselves as well. He's also an angel of travel, so that sometimes you just need to go down to the seaside and get a change of view. Sometimes it's just good to get in the car and go someplace different, someplace to get your mind away from your current circumstances. Know that it is going to be okay. Next card. Always reminds me of Robert Reeves. Seven of Ariel. Your time in your past and all the things that you've been working so hard for will pay off. Just need to be patient. And I know so many of us are not. Patience, patience, patience. And you're going to go, well, yeah, but I want it now. Well, if you stick a seed in the ground and let's say you plant strawberry seed, how about that? A strawberry seed. It takes time for that seed to take root and to grow into a healthy plant. You do need to wait for the harvest. Take a look at the plants that you have. Take a look at your own garden. Don't go look in the neighbors. Say, oh, they've got a better garden than I do. Take a look at your own plans and what are you creating for yourself and for your futures. And then you can start making plans for the next harvest, the next endeavor. Next card. Wow. It's going to be a good message because it is the page. Pages are messengers. And you need to follow your passion. You can't give it up just because someone else says, oh, it's a lousy idea. It's follow your passions, follow your heart, follow your gut, follow your intuition, follow your divine guidance. You are ready to do whatever it is that you want to get done when you are being divinely guided. Opportunities for excitement and adventure, don't say no. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to get on a zip line somewhere in the rainforest on that kind of an adventure. But every day that we wake up is another adventure. And the more we are in a positive mode to accept that and go with it, the better the day gets. Next card. Wow. Time to take action. It's all about action and patience. Okay. I had to stop and catch myself for a second about something I almost said from an ego point. Okay. If you are in a current relationship, this is the time to literally be the knight in shining armor. Has nothing to do with gender. If you are in a committed relationship, if you're in a committed relationship and someone comes along from outside the relationship, excuse me, and literally, that's why I'm showing up on it, literally attempts to sweep you off your feet with their soft spoken words and their delights of poetry and their dancing feet, and you're in a committed relationship, back off. This is not a person who's going to stick around for the long haul. This is a person who will sweep you off their feet and then go on to the next, the next one to conquer. Stay with the committed relationship and be strong with that. And if that doesn't work out and you've given it your best, then it's time to get the emotions out of the way and look from a logical standpoint. But don't be swept off your feet by some fancy talking dude or gal. Situations or topics that make your heart flutter? Careful, careful. We all seek that little bit of, oh, forgive me for the word, but it's true, that titillation, that thing that gets your heart going, pump, 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 that glint in the eye. Is that what they meant? Is that really what they meant? Were they looking at me? Were they smiling at me? Oh my goodness, what did that mean? Yeah, if you're unsure what all of that means, have the guts to ask and get a straight answer. Next card and the last card. Wow. Here we go. Our lovely Louise Hay, founder of Hay House, was the model for this deck. Was the model for this card, excuse me. Queen of Michael. When you come right down to it, you know exactly what to do. You know exactly what's right. Your gut and your heart have been telling it to you all along. You've had years of experience. You've been through this before. Look at it logically. Look at it from a standpoint. It's like, does this feel like something I've done before? And what was the lesson then to learn? Don't keep repeating the same mistakes. Because you know what? Those things will keep on coming until you learn and kind of evolve from that. This is not a time for relationships at this particular moment. Nope, 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 nope. This is the time to focus on your career, your life purpose. This is the time to look at the knowledge and look at the beautiful yellow roses of life and of laughter. Well, not of laughter. Well, yeah, of laughter too. But also, I think of the dove as the Holy Spirit. Fill yourself with God, His Son, Holy Spirit, and the love of your angels and the triune. To surround yourself with that will give you the knowledge and the foresight to see things as they truly are. Woo! There's a heck of a read. But in the middle of all of that, I did get told to pull another card. So the reading is not done yet, but with that deck it is. This is a bit of a surprise. And I do think it's somehow related to how I started this message. We are going to Talking to Heaven by James Van Praagh and Doreen, because there is a message that I think is somehow related to the whole Pearl Harbor thing. Don't know that yet. Sure feels like it. Let's find out. Whew. What an interesting day this is going to be. No? No. Okay. Gosh, this feels like it's a message for your grandma or something. This one. Okay. Fascinating. Really. Okay. As a soul, I can be in several places at once. As a soul, I can be in several places at once. How very, very true this is, and I've seen it and witnessed it personally. And I really feel whoever this is that's like around me right now has been bouncing from relative to try and get them to be aware of the message that's coming through. And it's like, excuse me, if you had a conference call, everybody going, yeah, that happened to me the other night. Yeah, that happened to me the other night. Yeah, I felt that yesterday. That kind of a feeling. We'll know that that is accurate. Excuse me, I have got this tickle in my throat today. Know that that's accurate. They really are trying to get your attention. And I almost feel like it's, well, Pearl Harbor was in December. But I feel like this is a memory that's coming up for something current, something that's going on current. I don't know if, wow, I don't know if the remains were just found or POW or I don't get it. But there was like a memorial done just recently, and it's like they're trying to say thank you to a lot of the remaining members of the family. So it's not your imagination, and it's not coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence. So know that that is real, and I will leave that message as it is. So I will close this reading. Woo! There's a humdinger. I will close this reading, and if you'd like a personal reading from me, I decided to do something very special this morning. I woke up to the delightful surprise that my Facebook page, House of Angel Card Readings, continued to, or passed another milestone yesterday. So I had a sale on for just the weekend, and I was going to remove it this morning, but then when I went to the page and saw another milestone, I said, you know what? I am going to leave it on for the rest of this week. So everything, not everything, but almost everything on my website is 50% off. I will keep the sale going with my special thanks to you for making the page grow, for sharing it, for liking it, for commenting on it. The more you hit like or heart or comment, the more it shows up in your newsfeed. Because a lot of people saying, hi, I haven't seen you in forever. It's because they're not commenting or hearting or liking. If you'll notice, if you do that a lot, the same pages keep showing up all the time. And if I'm not showing up in your newsfeeds, that's probably why. Wow. Because of what happened this morning, I'm also being guided to say if you would like a group mediumship reading in your home and you're here local, or you're a fundraiser and want to do it in a hotel and have a group gathered together, I would be honored to do that and do it as a pay it forward for, a fundraiser or for a cause, or even if you just want to do it to have the family gathered together. I love doing group mediumship readings. They are an absolute blast for me, and I never know who's going to show up. So it's always fun, but it's always very healing. It's always very beneficial. And if you're not in my local area, then we can also do it over the internet. That's one of the things. You can gather all your relatives in your living room and set up the laptop or the smartphone or the iPad or the tablet and have it there, and I can see everybody and we can talk and we can still get those messages through. Somebody once said to me, "Well, that's very impersonal." I said, "Great, where do you live? I'll be there." "Well, they're in the United Kingdom." And I'm like, "Well, no, unless you want to pay for my flight and my hotel, probably not going to happen." So that's kind of my point. With the beauty of the internet, we can be anywhere, anytime. And it's just a wonderful blessing to be able to bring through those healing messages. Have a great day today. Thank you as always for sharing with me. I do hope you'll check out that wonderful message that I got during the night on my pages. I am just honored to bring energy healing to help reduce the physical pain. Have a beautiful day, a blessed day, a marvelous Monday. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Namaste.